breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
I post.
Breaking news about Al Franken, he's in real trouble now. Last week, radio host Leeann Tweeden came forward with photographic evidence of him sexually assaulting her while she slept on an airplane during a trip overseas for the USO. Initially, Franken denied any wrongdoing, but later admitted to it and apologized to Tweeden for the photo, but failed to address her claims of forcibly kissing and harassing her while in tour. Shortly after Tweeden came forward, Melanie Morgan came out and accused Franken of stalking and harassing her after an appearance on Real Time with Bill Mahar, where Franken was working at the time. According to Morgan, Franken only stopped harassing her after she threatened to call police. Calls for Franken's resignation were almost immediate, and his fellow senators all said they wanted the ethics committee to look into his actions, but since the alleged incidents didn't take place while he was a senator, many believed there wouldn't be any punishment for it. Franken has also refused to resign from his seat, ostensibly because he knows both the Democrats and the leftist media will run interference for him. A staffer for Franken texted reporters that he is spending time with his family in Washington, D.C., and will be through the Thanksgiving holiday, and that he's doing a lot of reflecting. Well, that all changed today. A new woman has come forward with accusations of sexual assault against Franken, while he was acting in his official duty as a senator, the Daily Caller reported. Lindsay Menz, a 33-year-old Texas resident, is accusing Franken of forcefully grabbing her backside as they posed for a photo during the Minnesota State Fair in 2010. Menz told CNN that she was at the fair with her father and husband because her father's small business was sponsoring a local radio booth. She says that while she was there, she spent the day taking pictures with politicians and celebrities as they visited the booth, and Franken was one of those in attendance, which is when he pounced. From the Caller. When Franken approached the booth, Menz recognized him immediately and had a short conversation with him. When her husband went to take a picture of Menz and the senator, she alleges that Franken pulled me in really close, like awkward close, and as my husband took the picture, he put his hand full-fledged on my rear. It was wrapped tightly around my butt cheek, she explained. It wasn't around my waist. It wasn't around my hip or side. It was definitely on my butt, she recalled. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Her husband, Jeremy, remembered Franken getting close to his wife during the photo op but could not see what was going on behind her waist. He reached around her and kind of pulled her into him, Jeremy Menz said. He pulled her in and pushed his head against her head. It was over pretty quick. When Menz walked away from Franken, she told Jeremy, he totally grabbed my butt. Jeremy recalled the conversation the same way. Yikes. What a creep. Of course, when Franken responded, his selective Alzheimer's appears to have kicked in. I take thousands of photos at the state fair surrounded by hundreds of people, and I certainly don't remember taking this picture, Franken said. I feel badly that Ms. Menz came away from our interaction feeling disrespected. However, Menz posted the resulting photo to Facebook at the time, and when someone commented about how close Franken was to her, she replies that he totally molested me, calling him a creeper. I felt gross. It'd be like being walking through the mall and some random person grabbing your butt, Lindsay Menz said. You just feel gross. Like ooh, I want to wash that off of me. So, that's that. Since this happened during Franken's time in the Senate, it should fall under the jurisdiction of the Senate Ethics Committee.